All right, Shalom. Slacking. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barcha HaKodash. Them honors go out to the apostles, Ezra Grand Millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom, Wa Barakiam to you brothers and sisters out there. This is brother Malachi from the Great Millstone National Camp. And Lord willing, out this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right, just an impromptu lesson. I'm just going to go through a couple things. And, Lord willing, it's edifying. This is honestly probably how I'm going to start doing more of my lessons. Because, honestly, I feel like my play style for doing the work is just, kind of just flowing. Things that I was meditating on today, things that's on my mind, just bringing things out. I usually don't have a specific topic as much no more. Because sometimes I want to talk about a few different things, like a various topics, but, just kind of straight to the point. So Lord willing, it's edifying. All right. Which, I'm saying that to say, be yourself in the ministry, man. It takes us a while to learn who we are, figure out who we are, but be yourself. You were brought into the ministry for a purpose. Utilize your strengths. Do what you're good at in the ministry to support it, So, first of all, I opened up this app, Edom Online, amazing app to look into words. All right, the root origins of words, because it's important to go into words, like it says in Sirach, the prologue of Sirach. Ecclesiastes, it mentions how, because it's also known as Sirach, just so you don't get confused. It mentions how, Hebrew being translated in other languages, it loses its force, right? Which is why we revert back to the Hebrew, but not even just the Hebrew, first and foremost Hebrew, but also we go back to the Greek, we might go back to Latin, we might go just into synonyms, antonyms, etymology, the origin of a word, like for example, nice. Have a nice day. When you go into the etymology of nice, it really means foolish. So really when you're saying that, which we understand, if you say that was nice or, he's nice, she's nice, have a nice day, we know that you're talking about newspeak. But the etymology of nice means foolish. So really back in the day, if somebody said you're a nice guy, he's saying you're an idiot. Which it just shows that, the truth, like, in the origin of a lot of things are not known by people. Like, especially holidays, Christmas and all that, Thanksgiving. Most of these people, they don't know what the hell that is. They think, oh, it's about a tree, it's about a turkey, it's about family time, it's about gifts. No, you're worshiping idols. Thanksgiving, you're fucking celebrating mass genocide of Israelites, man. You're fucked up. Columbus Day, why the hell is that even a thing? People don't... Bro, people are fucking... That's that gross darkness over the people. All right? In Isaiah, let me grab that. Gross darkness to people. Gross darkness. Should pop up just like that. Isaiah, yep. So like it. And then I'm going to also get this real quick. Way of understanding. Proverbs, yep. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So you're the walking dead, which just connects with Revelations, right? Revelations 11:8, talking about their bodies, dead bodies in Egypt. Let me just get it. I'll get it because I'm going to break it down too.